which is why I feel like a decent amount of time has passed. They make it very clear that the First Order does indeed reign, and that the entire population is poor and dirty and scared and
It is pretty out here, I will say.
on everyone, and you can clearly feel that from what's being told through the script. Chancellor Hux, as he's called, that is what his name is in charge. He's addressing the public. They execute a traitor publicly who helped them get away, who helped the resistance get away with this Star Destroyer. They do it using a lightsaber guillotine, or light blade guillotine, basically. So that's something interesting that we've never seen before. Then it's clear that the First Order is in league with a different alien warlords from across the galaxy. So it is clear the First Order is not just them and their allies across the galaxy. They're basically doing two things. One, they need to find the resistance, and they're looking for Rey, and they're also trying to find Kylo Ren, who is not been seen. He's disappeared in search of something. Then we fast forward to Kylo Ren, who is on Mustafar, just like we saw before. So Kylo Ren, he's looking for something. He's unshaven. He's haunted by Luke's Force Ghost. You see Luke's Force Ghost appear, and Luke plays a big part in this movie. They go back and forth. Luke is trying to convince Kylo that he needs to go home to Leia, go away from the dark. But Kylo keeps saying, essentially, I'm gonna be more powerful than you ever were. He's still on his same kid, right? Still looking for power. He's just trying to ignore Luke. It did kind of remind me of something from the expanded universe, which is Cade Skywalker.
I guess we're just riding out of here.
The Force Ghost of Luke Skywalker constantly comes and talks to him, and he just wants him to go away. Reminded me of that a little bit.
Just thought I'd capture a little footage while I'm out in
Kylo finds Vader's
high
temple
country.
on Mustafar in his castle, and he finds a Sith holocron. From the Sith holocron, an image of Palpatine appears, but it is just a hologram, and it is talking to Vader. And Emperor Palpatine says, "Young Skywalker will be ours soon, I have foreseen it, but we must prepare for the unseen lest he strike me down. You will take him to the Remnicor system. There you will find Tor Valon, Master of the Sith, who instructed me." So we are introduced to the Master of the Sith who instructed Palpatine, evidently. The hologram then realizes this is not Vader. It shorts out and blasts red lightning at Kylo, and it just messes up his face hardcore, and he's hurting bad, screams out in agony. We then cut to Korolev, the Resistance base. Leia feels what's happening to Ben, knows he's in pain. Chewie's also there. Everyone's shocked to see this huge Eclipse-class Star Destroyer come back to Korolev and land on the planet itself, obviously being held by our heroes. Rey has mind-controlled the First Order officers. Leia decides not to kill them for some reason. There's a bunch of funny exchanges. Yay.
I'm a little surprised I haven't seen any bears out this way.
She doesn't feel like she can live up to being a Jedi. She is having a struggle. She has self-doubts. Rey admits she has nightmares about Kylo Ren. Finn wants her to shut him out, but says that he cannot change. That's what Finn is trying to tell Rey. He can't change. Shut him out. Because they still have this Force bond connection. Rey says it's never too late to change. You taught me that, Finn. You also find out that the Star Destroyer is full of equipment and walkers and TIE fighters and weapons, things like that. It's fully stuffed. So the Jedi texts are still a part of this movie here, and I will say there is some things that do remain somewhat similar, which does indicate why Colin Trevorrow did get credit for this story, because there are some elements that are similar, but it's also very different at the same time. So Rey consults the Jedi text, finds that underneath the Jedi Temple is a communication system from over 1,000 years ago in the Old Republic, where it's connected to several planets where you can send out a signal for aid. Poe mentions offhand the Old Republic tech works way better
Gotta
than
be
what we have
something
today.
around here.
Like we talked about earlier in the crawl that you can see right there. Oh, right there. The First Order has choked off.
I think
all
there's something around here,
but
or
this would let them actually talk to each other and call for help, coordinate. They decide that they are going to go to Coruscant to try to turn on this beacon. Rey says, "Hope is all we have left." Rey then you see her training. Again, just like in The Rise of Skywalker, there is parts of her training. Again, this is called Duel of the Fates, so I don't forget it. I don't want to mislabel it. That would be rude. But, So Rey's training. Force Ghost Luke appears to oversee her training. He's instructing her training. He's talking to her. So he is simultaneously trying to get Ben back to the light while, you know, making Rey stronger and actually training her as a Jedi. Rey and Luke have this kind of exchange where she's talking about balance and how everything they've been taught, like, what's the point, essentially, and Luke says, well, this is what it is.
This
You have to
place is
struggle.
remarkably dead.
Okay, fella.
She basically says, I'm the family that I've been searching for my whole life. Luke says the Force is speaking to her, and Rey says, I am no one. Luke says, if you really believe that, maybe the last Jedi is dead. Rey turns to Luke and says, maybe he is, referring to, obviously, him. So Rey is having self-doubts. Okay, a little too late for that still in the 9th one, but Rey's having self-doubts. We cut back to
Yeah, right.
Coruscant. Kylo comes back to Coruscant, gravely injured with his face. For some reason, they decide to put the Mandalorian helmet on his face. They essentially
down here,
sell him to
Waves.
his face. Don't know why, but that's what they do. He goes and talks to Hux. He basically tells him that there's places he has to go, that everything's been well. He doesn't need grand displays or titles like Hux seems to. Hux likes to be addressed as Chancellor. Hux likes to have these grand displays and executing prisoners and stuff like that. Hux asks if the power that he's searching is in the Sith text. Kylo says the power's in my reach once I have it. The power to destroy a planet will be...
By the way, this is
Like a callback from the original trilogy. He talks about the resistance. He says, kill all of them, but leave the girl to me. So we have our
Red Dead on the newest,
Rose, Finn, R2D2, and 3PO.
I guess they're a
go
beta
to fight the Force
Vulkan
vegan,
driver.
basically, for lack of a better term. Kylo is going to this Sith planet Remnant
with a few NVIDIA control panel tweaks since I've been having issues of late. Well, everybody's been having issues of late, but, you know, the game runs kind of iffy, bugging out
The character interplay is evidently very good. That,
in
again,
full
that's what
screen mode
Mark
occasionally, in shader cache, and all sorts of other stuff. Either way, I threw some sharpening on in control panel, which I think it looks pretty good with the sharpening. Not too much, I think like 0.2 something, 0.23, 0.25. And then I overrode the game's AI, or AA, and just put it on 4 times AA. I'll probably drop it down to 2 times and see how it looks, if any different. Right now we're rocking 4 times the AA override in NVIDIA control panel. Just shy of 4K resolution.
Leia says, the Force chose you, Rey. You're part of the new group, you know, just follow.
And we've been sitting in the mid-30s frame rate wise.
Unfortunately, after everyone else leaves, it's realized that the First Order...
Oh, let's see, what were these? 44135 or something, 39 driver.
And escape, but the base is left to the First Order.
Although there's a bug with them in something. I don't know, certain people are having crash issues with them. But as long as you're running Vulkan games, which I think everything I'm playing right now is Vulkanish. So, thought I'd give them a shot. So far the game hasn't bugged out or crashed or anything tonight, so knock on wood. And I've tabbed out quite a bit. And obviously I got things going in the background running, so...
evidently saying that they need help, but then the First Order cuts it short. They find them, they have to run away and escape.
Holy fog, Batman. Jesus Christ, I can't see a goddamn thing.
Downtrodden, and they think that they are ripe for the form of resistance, right? So that is exactly what they do.
Yeah, that came in suddenly.
People together and getting them ready for an uprising.
Somebody over there.
On the planet that Rey and Poe are going to is called Bonadan.
What is that?
Bonadan.
Annapolis, of course.
So they're running away from them, but they find a seer and they use
Oh,
it to like read
what happened to all that clouds that came through here?
And that's how they know he knows where to go from there. Rey confronts the Knights of Ren, and there's evidently this sick battle scene where she just kicks their ass with her little half staff, half saber thing. On Remnacor, Kylo Ren meets Tor Valen. He's like some unidentifiable alien you've never seen before. In the description, he's 7,000 years old, spindly, made of sinew and muscle. Kylo begins training much the same way that Luke trained with Yoda, the same kind of style. There's even kind of a cave scene where Kylo fights a vision of Darth Vader. So we actually see that play out, which evidently, again, this is all based off a script, right? No one's actually seen this on screen. It's just off a script, so who knows how it would look if it looked cool or not. But Kylo gets his ass beat, as he should.
Hey, that's pretty.
So then you have everybody...
This game just excels in pretty, though.
Where they're going to go. The place that Rey has been... And this is where it starts to get sketchy. There wasn't as many details from Robert as there were in the beginning. But Rey and Kylo go to Mortis to fight, to have a final fight. I don't know why. I don't know what Mortis really has to do with it. It's got to be more at play. But Rey and Kylo go to Mortis to fight. Leia asks Lando to go get help from his smart brother, which he does. Rose is captured on Coruscant, but then escapes. Finn and R2-D2 and C-3PO start this uprising around the headquarters, and Leia brings the battle to Coruscant. So what you have is something that reminds everyone of Return of the Jedi. You have this ground battle scene. You have this battle in the sky, a huge sky battle, very much the same way that it's described much in the same way that Rise of Skywalker was. And then in between that, you're cutting in and out to Kylo and Rey having a fight on Mortis. Very much like the throne room scene from Return of the Jedi. That's kind of how this is described.
Elk is on top of the house there. Interesting.
There's no dyad like there was in Rise of Skywalker, but they are able to basically share, take energy away from each other as they're fighting. As the fight winds down, they're trying to turn Ben to the light. He refuses to repent, basically. Eventually, the Force ghosts of Luke, Yoda, and Obi-Wan appear to try to help, but it's to no avail. Kylo Ren is killed. And that's that. Kylo Ren dies. There's now there's a massive space battle taking place over Coruscant. Chewbacca is in an X-Wing for some reason at some point.
So it's the only pickable berry here.
That Kylo actually killed Rey's parents on orders from Snoke.
How'd you get up there, boy? Aliens?
Like he shows up at the end of
The door isn't
in the same fashion.
drawing its texture in or something.
Like Return of the Jedi, big battle in the
Right?
space, big battle
Definitely.
around, intercut with
The door is not doesn't have its. Oh, there it does. But right there it doesn't. That's an LOD issue.
Order headquarters take off from the planet as they try to
Interesting.
evacuate. But Rose, good thing Rose was there. She manipulated the hyperdrive for some reason, so they couldn't calculate their coordinates right, and they explode in the
Yeah, I know you're aggravated by me, but I'm not shooting you. Don't worry about it, Elkie.
Han Solo was evidently, there was a similar scene with Leia trying to reach out using Han Solo.
She can't get off there though, can it?
Kylo, but there's no Leia death scene.
It's really agitated.
So evidently Leia survives. At least that's the impression I get. I assume there's some big celebration after. He didn't get into that on his stream. So
Yeah, don't fall behind, horsey.
This movie, that's Colin Trevorrow's script that we've been hearing all about. Do I think this movie would have been any good? No. I do think it would be better than Rise of Skywalker. Like I said, a very low bar. But this movie, it clearly is better than Rise of Skywalker. The fact that they didn't accept it, that they booted Colin Trevorrow out the door is garbage. This movie makes much more sense. It would feel much more like a Star Wars movie if what we see on script was really played out on screen. And again, this is just a draft. Who knows what the final thing would have been. But it just goes to show you that, again, Lucasfilm has no idea what
I wish I
they
could
are
name
doing.
these specifically.
No clue. Bob Iger let Kathleen Kennedy run wild and do whatever she wanted. And you can see by these box office returns for Rise of Skywalker that they have destroyed any care people had for that sequel trilogy. Half of Force Awakens. Barely cracking $1 billion. It's sad. It's sad that this is the state Star Wars is in now, where you have people that are more excited about scripts from Colin Trevorrow that didn't get made from 4 years ago or 3 years ago than they are about the actual movie, The Rise of Skywalker. But I want to hear what you guys think about this leak, about this script. Is this something that you would like? I just gave the best outline I could. I know it kind of went on for a while, but we had to get all the outline out there. I want to know if you think this would have been good. If you preferred Rise of Skywalker, let us know that as well. So let us know your thoughts about the shit show that this has been. The fact that Colin Trevorrow did not get to make this, and instead we got Rise of Skywalker. Let us know in the comments below.
I don't know. It's all such a shit show, it's hard to say.
Ryan Kennel, RK Outpost. The link will also be in the pinned comment, along with
Like, either way you go with it, it wasn't gonna tie into the Last Jedi, was it? No, they wanted to do their own thing. The way Last Jedi wanted to do its own thing. So, you know, blame Kathleen Kennedy for all that, I guess. I do. She was in charge of all that. She was the one who decided to put, what, 3 different people in charge of the damn thing? And not enforce any kind of overall continuity or script other than, I guess, feminism first. So that's the only continuity of script I can determine, is that Rey is pretty much untouchable as far as anything goes. Luke gets his hand hacked off and Rey kicks everybody's ass that she comes across, making her a completely joke character that absolutely nobody can relate to, whether you're a girl or a guy. Too steep, huh? Well, running in cowboy boots, probably the worst thing you can do. I can stand here and rob the train when it comes through. Stop. Stop.
Hey there, mister.
Hey there, mister. All right. I guess I showed off the pretty scenery. And yeah, the game seems to be running pretty decently with the with these nvidia drivers and the couple settings I'm messing with. Come on, horse, keep up. So I'll cut it here after we get this little vista up here. See if there's anything down here I can shoot. Right? You tell me, horse. Jesus, horse, you're very close to that edge. Alright. I don't know if I'll upload this. Maybe. I don't know. The new nvidia drivers are kind of interesting. I will check you out later. Adios.